Hey, this is Silven, and I'm just bringing you guys another tutorial video for the build I'm currently using. It's a build up of the previous build that I had after taking in advice from lots of people and just, playing a lot more games, and this is it. So at the moment I'm running a triple meditation build with Glass Cannon, basically relying on, well, not relying on, but using Zealot's defense for a high amount of damage. And it has a really high DPS, a good spike, and very, very high survivability. In fact, it's pretty much unsolvable. Um, I'm not sure if entirely unsolvable, but I haven't been beaten in a 1v1 since I've used it. And although PvP isn't 1v1, there are definitely a lot of cases where 1v1 is useful. And in some tournaments, I've actually won a couple of 2v1s against some good players, and you can against random people. You could even get to 3v1 and still win some silly matches, stuff like that. So first, I'm just going to run through the armor. There's two setups for the armor right now. Most people will be running completely Divinity's Rune, which is what I'm running right now, because I prefer the Divinity's Rune. It's purely choice. But you can also go 4 runes of the Ogre and 2 Divinity runes. That's basically the two choices that I've seen everyone running, and the rock dogs that the Ogre ones summon are pretty good, but in this case I do prefer the Divinity runes. So the setup will be a sword, a focus, and scepter shield. So those will be your two setups, the same as last time, and you'll still have the same Knight's Amulet and Berserker Jewel. Now you're going to have the superior air on the sword weapon, which increases your damage by a lot. It's really good. And the 5% critical chance on your focus. And you're going to go with Icy and I prefer the energy one. A lot of people change theirs and have different ones, but I do prefer the energy one. It means I always have a dodge when I switch to my defensive set. So that's all good. Then I'll go through my traits, which, because I've been playing PvE, they reset if they're the same for some reason. I have no idea why. So I'll just quickly put them in. So you're going to have 10, 30, 30, 0, 0. So 10 in Zeal, 30 in Radiance, 30 in Valor. And basically, it's maxing out your damage against burning foes, signets, and meditation. So I'll just go through them. So the second one, which is for Zeal, it's the second rune, which is Fiery Wrath, 10% against burning foes. Then you're going to have the signets recharge faster for Radiance, sword and spear damage increased by 5%, and the 15% extra chance to critical. Then you're just going to get the meditation ones, so faster recharging meditations, meditations being instant, which is important because for spiking it compacts it a little bit more, and just when you're like knocked down and stuff, you have to wait if they're not instant. Instant ones are really, really useful. So although they seem instant, they're not actually instant when you use them. So I do prefer the instant casting, but you can switch it out for a different rune if you really want to. And when you do that, it's generally some people choose the retributive armor. I don't like it that much, but some people do. But most people choose the purity if they don't have that one. I think that's all for those ones. Yep, the traits are done. And so, yeah, so you always want to use the Signet of Resolve. It's the only good heal at the moment. The other one, I think it's Breeze. No, Shelter. It's pretty good, but it just doesn't have the healing power that Signet of Resolve does. So Smite Condition, Judge's Intervention, and Contemplation of Purity. They're all meditations, obviously, because we spec them out. We want to have meditations. They're really, really strong. They help spike damage. They remove conditions. They break stun. That's really good. The only difference that you can switch out Contemplation of Purity for any utility skill you want, any control skill you want. So basically, I sometimes switch it out for Bane Signet. This Hallowed Ground is a good one, Retreat, and Save Yourselves. They're all really, really good. And your elite skill, there's two choices basically, Tome of Courage or Renewed Focus. When playing random and, random PvP and when I'm generally by myself, if I'm on Kata or something, then I'm just going to use Renewed Focus because you're not really going to get a chance to use your courage, and if you do, you're not doing enough damage to the enemy, and they're just recharging their skills basically. So Tome of Courage can save you in a sticky spot, but generally it doesn't, especially with the standing still and people can dodge. I can't remember the one that pacifism. Sorry. Yeah, but in a team battle, definitely use Tome of Courage, and pretty much in any tournament battle, Tome of Courage is the best to choose. So I think I've gone through all the stuff you need for the build. I'm not actually going to show any gameplay in this one. I'm going to show gameplay later. I will definitely upload videos in tournaments. I already have done that. I've showed some solos as well against, because it works very well against physical characters. And I'll explain how to use the build in just a sec. So I'm just going to go here because it's easy to explain while not fighting actual players. So basically what you want to do is, a lot of the time I stay in my shield set because just because of the defensiveness of it and the ranged ability of it. So like when you're not doing anything, keep in your defensive set, because you'll be, when people are coming towards you, you'll be able to shoot them. This is obvious stuff, but the spike also starts in your shield set. So you'll only have to do one weapon swap. If you're in your sword set and you want to spike and you want to keep the immobilize on them, that means you've got to switch to your shield set, wait 10 seconds, and then switch back. Unless you have Bait and Signet. But, simple things like that. So I'll just quickly show the spike. So basically, to spike, there's a few things you can do. Remember, using a lot, you have utility skills that also act as part of the spike. So you can also use Shield of Judgment. You can use, Judge's Intervention and Smite Condition, really, to add to the spike. But you don't have to, because, you might want to save it for a condition, especially if you're running Bait and Signet. You may want to save it just in case. You can do that. You can, if you're expecting them to spam you with conditions and you really think you need it, then yeah, sure. I was just trying to find a golem that isn't taken up by 40 people, because they just kill it too fast, you can't really see. It's a dodge roll one. Here we go. Okay, so you want to start with your smite. So smite does a lot of damage. You want to do your damage with your auto attack on your scepter first, just to get them down a little bit of damage. But when you want to actually spike, you got to use your smite condition. Smite. Then you want to use Chains of Light, and then you want to teleport, chuck on everything, and you want to chuck on your Virtue, use Zealot's Defense, Judge's Intervention, and Smite Condition at the same time, if you're using Smite Condition, of course. And that will do a lot of DPS, and as you saw, I killed it in one go. So that's pretty good, and still had lots of damage left over. And the benefit with this build is that your meditations heal you, so when you're in a spot of trouble, you still can heal yourself. You have 4 heals, it's really sick. It does a lot of damage, has a lot of survivability, and pretty much, I can't really think of many things that can actually solo you. Like Mesmers, you might have a little bit of trouble with, but you still have your ranged weapon, you can still use Immobilize, and you can switch skills during the match. So if you're having a lot of trouble, you just switch your skills. If there's a Mesmer giving me a lot of trouble, I will bring Bait and Signet next time I come up against that Mesmer instead of Contemplation of Purity. So when I'm actually fighting him, he won't be able to escape my damage, and he'll go down really fast. And that's only if I have a problem with it. It does solo the bosses really easily. Against physical characters, Shield of Wrath is just amazing, and always has been, and that's pretty much why it has such a good place in PvP. I mean, you can chain it with Rare Judgment afterwards, but Shield of Wrath is just, it stops 100 Blades, it stops Zealot's Defense, it stops Whirling Blade, Whirling Axe, everything. So it's really cool. And just to give you an idea of how much damage it does, I'll go kill the Chieftain or something. If he's around here, I can't actually remember where he spawns, over somewhere around here. So yeah, that's he's not spawning, and there's too many people here, so they'll probably kill it anyway. So I'll just finish the guide there. Yeah, so subscribe if you would like. I'm definitely bringing out new videos soon, especially after exams finish, because I have university, so I have university and work, so I can't always just play 24/7. I'm still learning, so everyone's learning. It's not just it's not like anyone's pro yet, so it's pretty cool. I'll just kill this guy to finish. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm definitely going to be streaming more often. Oopsies. Yeah, you meant to block that. Okay, I was just not paying attention. I'm trying to talk. Anyway, yeah, so everyone have a good day, and like my stuff is up on Guru. Yeah, just subscribe to my channel and stuff like that. So yeah.